Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back continuing the Mirage Noir demo, and I forgot to kind of mention, sorry, I was adjusting things on my screen in case you're seeing my mouse move around like a weirdo. I didn't mention when we ended the last part, but I am really thoroughly enjoying this so far. So, I know when I first, looked up the game and everything, the art looks great. Still think it's great. And the story seemed really interesting, like the plot and the concept and everything. I'm really thoroughly enjoying this. This has been a lot of fun. I mean, we've only played an hour, but it's been a great hour. I think, the writing's really great. The backgrounds and the character sprites and everything like that have been great. I feel like the main character's personality is kind of fun, you know what I mean? She's spunky and sassy. Kind of like it, you know? And I have to say, also, just everything so far, everything's flowing nicely. The writing's really great and flows beautifully. And I have noticed a single errant comma or period or typo or anything. And considering the fact that that's just impressive, because you know what, that's hard, because sometimes you type it on your own and you look back and you're like, whoops, I spelled that wrong. Or you know what I mean? This is normal human error, but whatever, their editing and their QA process and everything is spot on. They're doing a great job. They clearly don't have Tim and Ronald, interning for them, which is a good thing, because Tim and Ronald would ruin everything. If you're new here, Tim and Ronald are the imaginary people we blame for all the typos and the terrible typing and everything in any game. So anytime there's a typo, we're like, God damn it, Tim's at it again. And now Tim has an intern named Ronald, so. And Tim and Ronald work for every game developer and every publisher. They work for Idea Factory International, they work for Axis, they work for everybody. I don't know how they get these jobs, but they do. And in case you were curious, Tim used to work in the art department. And I don't mean doing backgrounds or sprite work. If you remember Hakuoki, when they do the art that swooshes, where it's just a little swoosh of light, like a colored swoosh, like a sword swooshing, that's all he was able to do. That's all he was capable of doing. And he did those well. Don't know how he got promoted to being a typist and a translator, because he's a terrible typist and translator, and he's also a terrible teacher, and that's why Ronald sucks at his job. And once again, these are imaginary people. They're just who we blame. And we have been for nearly a decade. But clearly they're not interning here, which is good. Awesome. Don't hire Tim or Ronald. I feel really bad if they had anybody on their team named Tim or Ronald, because oops. Anyway. The police station's crowded when we arrive, and a police officer ushers us into an empty room before rushing off to do something else. In case you forgot where we were yesterday, we just found a dead body and now we're delivering something to the police station. And Mr. Potato Head's all proud of himself. I love the fact that he doesn't have a real name, he's just Mr. Potato Head. I hope he stays that way. I hope we never find out what his name is. I just want him to always be Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head paces around the room, mumbling something under his breath about being made to wait, and I do my best to stay out of his way. Why did he even bring me along? Thought he'd jump on the chance to tell me to go back to the office first and finish his paperwork for him.
Newbie?
Yes?
How's work been?
It's been good.
Good.
This is so awkward. Small talk's already hard enough, but it's even worse with a boss that doesn't like you.
How are you liking the new snacks we got last week?
Oh, I've only tried the pretzels so far, but they're good.
The crackers are even better. They got them on my recommendation. Honestly, they should have just listened to me earlier. Been telling them to stock up on them for years.
Oh, I see. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll try them tomorrow.
Good.
Can we please just go back to not talking? Excuse me. I'm saved!
Inspector Clouseau is ready to see you. Finally. Think they'd be prompt since they asked for my help. Newbie, stay here and wait.
Okay. Don't tell me he made me come all the way here just so he could flex that the police needed his help. As I wait, I hear some commotion coming from outside. Feeling a bit curious about it, I slide over to the door and peek out the window. Also, I think the music and everything is fine because, like, you can at least hear it. And I like that because, you know, they spend their time and effort putting good background music in. So, like, you can hear it, but it's not too overpowering. Dramatic piano is definitely dramatic, but I like dramatic piano. I think dramatic piano is my favorite character. Um, so it does get you're like, oh, that's a little loud. But you know what? It's because I have the sound effects still at max volume. But like, you know what? I ain't mad about it. Dramatic piano's funny and deserves their time in the sun. So we're going to leave the sound effects loud so dramatic piano can have its day. There are a lot of investigators running back and forth, barking orders. They all seem very busy. I wonder what's going on. I doubt it's because of Misha Diorla's case. The investigators at the crime scene hadn't acted like this.
Hey, watch it, yeah?
Oh, that's... From the little window in the door, I watch as Alexei Diorla passes by. Alexei? Alexei. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm never... This poor man's name is butchered on my... Like, I know it, like, but I can't... My brain just doesn't wanna. He looks to be in handcuffs already and is being nudged forward by a policeman.
What's the rush? Don't I normally get a chance to post bail before getting locked up? Did your old age make you forget protocol already?
Be quiet, you criminal!
Extra cranky today, aren't we?
Keep laughing. You're not weaseling your way out this time.
He should lighten up a little. I know someone who stresses out as much as you do and his hair's already entirely white. Wouldn't want that happening to you, yeah?
The policeman snarls something else, but then they turn the corner soon after, and I can no longer hear them anymore. It's funny, he's taken this pretty chill. I mean, he's probably been arrested before and, like, whatever. But do you think he knows he's being arrested for his brother's murder? Because you'd think he'd be a little more like, what the fuck? Where? I didn't kill my brother! You know what I mean? But, like... You know? I'd really only be chillaxed if I was being arrested for my sister's murder if I actually murdered my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, whatever, I'll get off. My sister sucks. You know what I mean? But like, if you didn't murder your sibling and you're being arrested for your sibling's murder, you think you'd be a little more, like, angry about it? I don't know. Yeah. Or he's just trying to look chill, just like, whatever, because... You know, freaking out and professing his innocence isn't going to do a damn thing, so... Just trying to keep a cool facade, maybe? Okay. I leave the window and go sit down in one of the chairs, thinking back on everything I've learned so far. So they actually did arrest Alexei. Though, from the way they were talking, it seemed like this might be a special case. I wonder what's going on. Mr. Potato Head doesn't normally get called in on business like this either. Who are you? The door opens and several policemen file into the room. They all stop when they see me. Hello. I'm a detective at the Douglas Detective Agency, and I came here with my boss. He was summoned earlier and told me to wait here.
Oh, I did see him with the inspector earlier. Looks like that might take a while, though.
Great.
I'm sorry to ask you this. Do you mind moving? This is the only empty room right now, and we have something urgent to discuss.
Oh, of course. I'm really sorry.
No need to apologize.
I quickly scramble to leave the room, almost tripping over air in my haste to get outside. Phew, good thing I didn't, or that would have been one of those embarrassing memories I'd randomly remember at midnight for the next 20 years.
Word. That's so real.
The hallway's still crowded with cops, busy with whatever important case they're working on. None of them stop me from wandering around, though I do get a few curious looks. What should I do next? Well, it probably doesn't matter. No matter what I choose, it'll end up the same way. Even deciding to check out the crime scene ultimately didn't change anything. Still got dragged along by Mr. Potato Head anyway. Once he's done with this, we'll go back to the office and I'll go through the same work I do every day. No matter what I do, nothing will change. The door next to me suddenly opens and I jump. The policeman that emerges looks annoyed, and I recognize him as the guy that had been with Alexei Diorla earlier. I take a step back to let him pass me, but he doesn't seem to even notice I'm there. He stomps past me to the security booth around the corner, and it's only then I realize I don't know where I am. I must have wandered over here while I was lost in thought.
How is the prisoner? Annoying as usual. Seriously, he never shuts the hell up. Have you ever considered asking someone else to do this? They all quit. I'm the only one left. Although this sounds more like Alexei's voice, but whatever. You should ask for a pay raise. Whatever. Looks like this is the last time I'll have to see him anyway. What do you mean? Sounds like they're determined to nail him down for this no matter what. They haven't found the murder weapon yet, so I heard Inspector Clouseau's... It's Clouseau. He's gonna find it in Diorla's house. Wait. I feel like I just heard something I wasn't supposed to. What is that? The officer in the security booth pales and jumps to his feet. Where are you going? There's been a security breach in the chief's office. Most people are busy with the card right now. Yeah, with the card. With the card? Right now? So they're asking anyone available to respond. There's important evidence in there. Card? Okay, good. She's just as confused as me. What? What about the prisoner? Just leave him. He can't get out without the key anyway. The two of them sprint away, and then it's just me in an empty security booth. A security breach. Right now? Timing's a little conveniently suspicious. Alexei Diorla's not trying to break out of jail, is he? A little curious, I slide over to where the security booth is. The door seems to be locked, but I can see the monitors just fine from outside. All the cells seem to be empty except one. A B-221. You know what? That's my Bravo slow clap for 221B Baker Street. Sherlock Holmes. You know what? 22 out of 10 game. Just for this. If we weren't already having fun, this would have just skyrocketed this to being goddamn amazing. You put him in B221. That is absolutely 100% a Sherlock Holmes reference, and I adore this. Because sometimes I don't catch references, because then people will be like, this is it, and you're like, oh yeah, or something. Clouseau is obviously seems familiar, but I don't know 100% where it comes from, but it's one of those, like, it's in the back of your mind, you're like, I know, that's, yeah. But B221, you can't sneak that past me. Hey, we don't scream like that, buttface. You being a jerk. Your door's open. He's sitting inside his cage in his sleepy spot, and he's just just making an obnoxious noise, but anyway. I can see Alexei Diorla on it, arms crossed behind his head as he lets out a lazy yawn. He's still there. I'm a bit surprised. I thought he would have somehow unlocked his cell door and bolted by now. You can come out. Stop shrieking at me. I don't think Alexei committed this murder, but it sounds like they're planning to blame this on him no matter what. I doubt anyone out there will believe me, though. They're probably either in on it too, or too scared to interfere. Suddenly I remember the door the policeman came out of earlier. It's sitting innocently across the hall. That leads to the cells, right? I stare at the door, then back at the monitors, then back to the door. In that case, should I go straight to the source? Nah, he's just a stranger. That'd be stupid, and he might not even appreciate it. Just go back to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head Spacey. But I mean, the man's handsome, don't get me wrong. I feel like if I leave now, I won't ever get the chance to see him again. What should I do? Go in. We're gonna go in and see our boyfriend. I stall for a few more seconds as if waiting for a police officer to come stop me. All I'm saying is that picture frame of all of us together is, to me, right there, that's my man harem. So I'm just pretending we can't leave one of our boyfriends alone, even if one of the other boyfriends might have set him up. I don't know. Listen. We might have to go to, like, group therapy for this, because there's no fighting in the man harem, but, you know. I stall for a few more seconds as if waiting for a police officer to come stop me. But no one does. Okay, here goes then. I quickly glance at the monitors, trying to piece together the layout. There's no map, but by using what I can see of the cells, I create a mental image of what the jail looks like. Okay, I think I got it. Just gotta remember as much as I can. Oh god, they're not gonna make me remember this, are they? As soon as I manage to commit it to memory, all the monitors suddenly go out. What's going on? Am I doing this somehow? Do we have magical powers?
I glance around, but no angry policeman comes rushing to arrest me for somehow telepathically destroying their security system. Seems really suspicious. You think, is Sammy like a computer hacker, maybe? You think he's hacking shit? I'm just saying, I don't know. Well, Jem is a streamer. Maybe he's a computer hacker. Somebody's like a genius hacker? Maybe? Should I still go? Yos. You made a decision already, Spacey. Probably a bad one, sure, but don't back down now. Okay, here goes. I'm like, listen, we don't know him from a hole in the wall right now, but he's one of our potential boyfriends, so like, obviously I'm gonna go save him. I'm not stupid. Like, Spacey goes to get her mans. Okay? I'm actually here. Plus, also, he's in, well, B221, so like, hi! Hello! Even if you weren't my favorite boyfriend, I still love you, because you're in cell 221B. B221! That's like Sherlock Holmes, so I like you a little more. It's stupid. It's a stupid association for me to like you more because of that, but I do know. I'm just... I'm kidding. He seems pretty fun, though. I mean, normally, like, the tough guy kind of wouldn't be my type, but he's kind of pretty, and you know what? I'm vibing. Like, okay, all right, I'm here for it. We don't know them very much yet, so, like, I'm open. The jail's empty, just as I saw on the monitors, but I still tiptoed just in case. Could you stop screaming at me, please? Okay, based on the map I saw earlier, what's the fastest way to get to Alexei? My bird is being a douche right now. It's handiwork, I believe. Yeah? Thought you just pulled the fire alarm. After a couple more minutes of going deeper into the prison, I finally hear voices. Maybe it's Alexei talking to one of his gang buddies? I sneak a little closer, but I can only vaguely make out two dark shapes from here. And me trying to, like, peer at the dark shapes on my screen. Who's got the furry collar? I don't think Alexei had the furry collar. I gotta look at the characters, like... No, Alexei does have the furry collar. So you think the other one's Sammy, then? Does he look like he has a ponytail? I can't tell. I only see, like, a little floof. Who is it? Is it his brother? No, that wouldn't be... I'm trying to, like, look at the characters and, like, look at the... No, you know what? It doesn't look like any of them. Actually... No. No? Thierry's hair looks like it would be, like, floofier. This is probably Alexei over here. You know? Yeah, because he was Playful Man before, right? So, why are you here anyway? To laugh as your sworn enemy gets put away by your hands? It is Thierry. Thierry? Thierry. Thierry. Ooh. Deadpan. I think it is him. Yeah, because that's like his hair, isn't it? It is. It's me comparing like the game like sprites on like Steam, looking at the things. I just gotta know what voices to give them, you know? I'm not responsible for this. You sure? You came here awfully fast. Thought you were supposed to be in a meeting. Yeah, what would you figure out was him then? If you must know, the meeting's been cancelled. I've been stuck in the restroom for the past few hours. Yeah? Told you there are better late-night snacks than hot sauce nachos, yet you still insist on destroying your body. Little TMI! Hot sauce on nachos sounds delicious, though, to be fair. Don't be absurd. There's nothing wrong with the nachos. Our mutual acquaintance decided to bless confetti and glitter from the vents during my earlier meeting. Took forever to get out of my hair. Our mutual acquaintance being Sammy, you think? Because of, like, the earlier thing when we saw the shadow in the last part and he was like, I know what I gotta do about this. He can do that? Apparently. Isn't he just a programmer? See? Yeah. Wait, does it say that on his thing? Hold on. Oh, it does say programmer for him. Okay, look, I couldn't remember. I didn't read all the, like, character thing. I was waiting for you guys. Hey! Hold on. I had to yell at the bird. Tell him to shut his fucking mouth. I didn't want to scream in your ear. Telling him to, like, literally, like, shush. You're being a jerk. Like, he's in his cage. Like, he's mad that I'm like, it's freaking 7 o'clock at night. Like... It's not bedtime, and you can go to bed if you want, but shut your mouth. Like, I think he's just mad because he's in his cage. But he put himself there. The door is open. He's just being a drama queen. You know what? I'm sorry. There's only room for one drama queen in this, and Drama Piano gets to be the drama queen. So you have to simmer down, buttface. He's adorable and I love him, but he's an asshole. Anyway, isn't he just a programmer? And don't ask me to explain whatever voodoo witchcraft he manages to concoct. Well, he was probably just trying to get you out of that snooze fest. Don't be so hard on him. He also rigged the speakers to blare Uptown Funk on repeat. I love this conversation so much. Yeah, Sammy has been rather obsessed with that song lately, hasn't he? He's only slightly late to the party. One of them has to be Alexei. Who's the other guy he's talking to, though? Doesn't sound like another gangster. Also, what's with this conversation? I love it. Anyway, little birdie told me that the royal family was responsible for my arrest. If it really wasn't you, then why are you here? Do you suspect me as well? Of course not. It's nice to hear you finally admit that you trust me. And this has nothing to do with trust. You're neither capable nor smart enough to pull something like this off. Your faith in me is heartwarming. What? 8 o'clock. Who's there? Huh? There's no way he saw me from all the way over there. Maybe he's not talking about me. Girl with 2 buns. Okay, that's definitely me. Show yourself. Should I run? Can't see if that guy's armed, though. What if it just makes things even worse? The safer option is probably to just show myself. Might as well get a little closer and see if I can gather some more information, like the identity of the guy Alexei's talking to. You do it, Spacey. You came here with a purpose. You knew what you were getting into. Don't chicken out now. Hello. I'm not anyone suspicious. Very convincing. Hey, aren't you that girlie from earlier? I'm surprised he remembers me. Yeah, hi again. Thank you for helping me out. Oh, I really don't mean any trouble, though. I'm just here to... I'm about to continue when the sight of Alexei's companion makes me stomp in my tracks. Your Highness? Oh, hello. Oh my gosh. It's really him. The Crown Prince of Solare? Is it supposed to be Solare? Did they say that in the intro thing? Did it say that? Did I miss that? I didn't. Okay, so that's not in the info on the background of the story. That might be helpful information to know. But, I mean, you find out now. But anyway. It was Solarier. Or is it Solarier? I'm not sure how we're supposed to pronounce this. So, anyway. Someone who I thought only existed on my television, standing here in front of me right now. I can't believe he's an actual human being. You know what? I love that, though, because, like, like, the people you see on TV, like, royalty, political figures, movie stars, whatever, are real people, but it's different when you see them in person. You are like, they really are real. I mean, you know that, but, like, it's still, like, this thought still is, you're like, but if for some reason I figured if they weren't, I wouldn't be surprised. You know? If all of a sudden you told me they were Muppets, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Like, like, what are you doing in a place like this, Your Highness? Were you the person I heard talking to Alexei just now? No, I only just arrived here myself. Was there someone else here? Oh, sorry. I guess I was mistaken. At least she's polite, Thierry. Thierry. I would have just called you a liar. What's going on here? I thought they hated each other. From the way they've been talking. Shut up, you buffoon. There's my drama piano. I love drama piano. Is this really Prince Thierry? Excuse me. Can I ask a question? My pronunciation might be a little off because it is a French name, and I don't know how to pronounce, like, literally anything other than English, and I can muddle barely through Japanese, and that's about it. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... Sure, go ahead. Beats listening to Thierry moan and complain. I know it's Thierry. Thierry? There's an R, like a French R that I can't do, but anyway.
Moaning and complaining anyway. Hey, Alexei, you really ought to be more careful in the future, though. A bigger and badder wolf might just eat you up, you know. Watch where you stick your nose,
Okay, got it.
Huh. You seemed more terrified of me earlier.
You could tell? Well, I guess that's probably a specialty. I'm still a little scared, but I no longer think you'll kidnap me and sell me off overseas and steal all my money.
You really thought I'd do all that, huh?
Anyway, I thought the royal family and the Diorlas were sworn enemies, but you've been acting like you're friends.
Well, political reasons and all.
What kind of reasons?
She didn't listen to your warning at all. Long story short, a lot of people would be happier if we didn't get along. It'd be too much power if we were on the same side, and that'd only attract enemies. It's easier if we just didn't associate with each other in public.
I guess that's better than the alternative, but it still sounds kind of sad. I can't imagine not being able to go out and hang out with Theo.
Alexei, that's enough. Yeah, I know. Enough questions about boring stuff. You do know why I'm here, right?
Yep, you're a prime suspect for murder.
You're still here even though you know that?
Well, yeah, because I don't think you did it.
I'm sorry, but drama piano just gets me every time now. It's become my favorite thing. I love it. Sorry, what?
Wow. Quite the charismatic fellow, aren't you? You even got a random girl to trust you already.
Look, I know you accuse me of a lot of things, and most of the time they're true. But this one's actually not on me. I haven't even done anything yet, besides help her out earlier, but I hope you're not just here to repay that favor.
Oh no, that's not it. There's a reason why I think it's unlikely for you to be the culprit.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, it's because the victim's wound on the right side of his head. The victim was hit with two. If the wound's on the right side of his head and you're left-handed, it would be really hard to, like, if you think about it, if you're standing behind someone and you bash, you're going to hit them with your dominant hand, but you're not going to take, say, if you're right-handed, you're not going to go, I'm going to go swing to the left side. That's not going to get the amount of force that you would get swinging straight down, hitting him in the head. So the victim's wound is on the right side of their head.
Is that important? I'd assume someone took a swing at him from behind. It matches up.
Yeah, but shouldn't the wound be on the left side of his head instead? Alexei's left-handed, isn't he?
You are? And how many years have we known each other? Could at least pretend to pay attention.
How did you know that? We had a conversation about it earlier in the plaza. He was also holding the camera with his left hand in that photo I saw earlier. But that's a little less definitive. Actually, that's actually kind of a cool, like, tidbit that they, like, to keep the consistency, to flash back on that photo and, like, he's the one holding the camera with his left hand. Because if you kind of would, like, yeah, depending on the photo, you might have to hold it left-handed, but you'd be more likely to hold the photo with your right hand. And if you were going to be the one taking the photo and you were right-handed, you'd be on the right side. Like, if they were like, oh, Alexei, you take the photo, and then he's like, oh, shit, this is awkward. Oh, okay, I'll try to take it left-handed. You know what I mean? It's possible, but most likely would point to being left-handed. And for the consistency of the game, they thought that... I'm sorry, that's just a little detail. Like, bravo. You know what I mean? Like, keeping the little details included. Also, so that was the first time we didn't have a point and click, but we had to think of something, an answer. And they gave it to us earlier. Oh, you're left-handed, blah, blah, blah. And then they bring that up. And I like that at least it's not like I'm supposed to guess what the right answer is and I'm not really sure which. I feel like it's fairly obvious, but I like that. It's easy enough to go, oh, wait. Oh, okay, that's why you pointed out he was left-handed. Okay. You know what I mean? It just makes me feel good for remembering something. You know? So. And this seems to keep coming up. You two ran into each other.
Yeah, it was right before I got arrested, actually.
Wait, so that woman I saw talking to him actually was law enforcement?
She knows too much, claiming it to be simple observation. She coincidentally met you earlier, and now she's here conveniently with evidence. I don't trust her in the slightest.
You're suspicious of me. Yeah? You know, if you start insulting me, I might fall in love with you. I don't blame him for being suspicious. I know fully well how sketchy I seem. They wouldn't trust me if I were in his shoes either. Why are you really here? I fall silent, a bit unsure of how to proceed. I can't mention the vision reason, obviously. But what about the police one? I hadn't expected to run into the Crown Prince in here, though, and he's in charge of them, isn't he? Wouldn't he be upset if I bring it up? Hey. I look up when Alexei speaks. He gives me a grin and nudges his head toward His Highness. You can speak your mind. He's trustworthy. My reputation must be in the gutter if I need a gangster to vouch for me. Hey, you said it, not me. I'm still a little unsure, but it's a bit too late to do anything other than trust Alexei's words. I actually heard some policemen talking earlier about how an inspector was planning to pretend to find the murder weapon in your house. Yeah? Which one? Clouseau, I think? Motherfucker. I'm sorry, I love that so much. Listen, I like to swear, so I like the fact that the game is not like, jerk, or whatever. He's like, motherfucker. It's very spot on for his character, but it just tickles me when games swear like this. Oh, I appreciate it. So even if I didn't swear on my own, the game's gonna make me do it anyway. I love it. That may pose a problem. He has the chief's backing. You really came here to warn me just because of that? Well, I didn't know if anyone else out there would do anything about it. I just couldn't stand such, injustice. And more importantly, if you get locked up, I'll probably never see you again. I can't let that happen before I figure out what that vision meant. I like how they put the vision thing in there, like a flash of the future, right? So that she sees all the characters, because otherwise, like, okay, you bump into him, like, they're the natural way they've bumped into each other, right? Like, oh, he helped her out, and then she knows who he is, she bumped into Jem, whatever. Maybe Jem remembers, because he's like, she doesn't recognize me. Maybe Jem remembers. It had visions of the future, too. Curious about that. Anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, meeting the characters, like, so far, or like this, you'd think is natural, but, like, and they could have just left it the way of, like, I don't think he did it, and I'm on the side of justice, and I would never let anything wrong happen to anybody. Sure, that's noble and great, and I could believe that in her case because she's a detective, so why would she be like, whoa, if I heard the cops planning to plant evidence, like, yeah, let me go back and talk to him or whatever. But I like that there's this added instead of like, well, I'm just doing it just for justice. It's like, there's also the little additional, because for us as the player, it's also the, well, I mean, obviously, because like, of course I'm going to make the choice to come back here because you're one of my boyfriends. So like, duh. Of course I'm going to come chasing this tail. Duh. That's like not a good enough reason. You know what I mean? Like, as the player, you're like, yeah, of course she's gonna do this. But as like a rational being, you'd be like, yeah, but would she really just go back and talk to him without the like future boyfriend thing? You know what I mean? No. But the vision is a really great way to kind of push her to do things that maybe logically the character wouldn't do. So that as the player, you're not going, okay, yeah, I mean, she's going back there to talk to him, and sure, we have to push the plot forward, and of course we're going to go find ways to interact with our boyfriends, but would a person do that in real life? Because you know that there's going to be people that kind of like, what, not me, but like, I mean, I was going to say nitpick and kind of pull things apart like that. I do nitpick and pull things apart, but I am in this as like, I'm going to go absolutely into this jail cell and talk to future boyfriend because, hi, duh, chasing the tail. But I could see where other people would be like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. She's just going to go in and talk to him. Like, but she's also not like the character who's like, justice, 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 and I'm all about justice. And just, it's all 100% justice. Where like, that's literally all she is. That's her only character trait. You know, she's like, obviously, that's bullshit. You know, so of course I would want to tell you about that because I know you didn't do it, but the right choice in reality wouldn't be like, well, let me go talk to the prisoner. It would be like, no, I got to find a way to make sure that I can like figure out or prove that he didn't do it because it's bullshit that they're going to pin the crime on him for no reason type of a thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, she'd want to do the right thing for justice, but she wouldn't go chasing him down. You know what I mean? Like, she would do it, like, a logical way. So, I like the, like, well, I'm gonna go chase down my boyfriend because I had this weird vision, but I can't tell you about it. Like, I don't know, I like that just little added detail, because it kind of makes some of the things that might come up later as you're going through the game, where if we didn't have that piece, might make it seem like, well, would she really do that? Is that really logical? Like, absolutely, because she had a fucking vision of the future, so it's absolutely, like, you know what I mean? Like, it makes it more logical. And I don't know, I like that. I think it helps so that you don't, like, question her choices. You're like, hell yeah, we're gonna go talk to our prison boyfriend, you know? I don't know, I like it. Plus, it's like another little added mystery, like, why do we all of a sudden have, like, you know, future foresight? I don't think she magically, like, telepathically turned the power off. I think that was Sammy. But, like, but it was convenient, and you're like, do we have magic powers? I don't know. Yeah, appreciate it. I suppose we should proceed with the jailbreak. Sorry, jailbreak? If they've already decided to frame Alexei, they'd better not wait. It had better not wait in case they decide to move him to a more secure prison. I'd rather rescue him first and deal with the consequences later. I like that the prince is doing his own damn dirty work. It's hot. You know I'm always down to break the law with you. Dumbass. He's pretty different from what you imagined, yeah? Yeah, a little. Don't let the prim and proper facade fool you. This man's got the biggest potty mouth I've ever seen. Are you two done gossiping like a bunch of high school girls? He also talks like an old man. Must be the company he keeps. You act like it's my choice that I've just spent my days listening to rich old men bicker. What's going on here? Ah, crap! A policeman appears out of nowhere, and I quickly take a step back. Trespassing into prison's a federal crime, young lady. Please follow me to the interrogation room for some question... Key. Huh? Are we not doing the whole policeman act? Act? Sammy said something unexpected had popped up and forced me to come here to rescue you. Say hello to Miss Something Unexpected over there. Alexei and the policeman have the same voice, so I'm sorry about that. I just realized I'm like... Anyway. Something unexpected, that's me. Say hello to Miss Something Unexpected over there. Hi. Hey. Am I getting arrested? Arrested? Ah, of course not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm just going to give him, slowly transition him into a normal voice so it doesn't sound like Alexei. Alexei. Key. Right, here. The policeman? Question mark. Hands over the keys, muttering under his breath about how long the outfit took to put on. A gangster, a crown prince, and now a fake policeman. I feel like I've entered a completely different world ever since I stepped into this jail. Freedom at last. You must have spent over half your life behind bars. I'm sure a couple more hours wasn't too bad. The only reason I enjoy prison is teasing the wardens, but no one's around this time. Thierry was here to keep you company. Another person who calls the crown prince by his first name. Just, who are these people? I get enough of his lectures at the hideout, thank you. Hideout? Oh, that sounds kind of cool. I really love drama piano. Sammy, what's going on? I heard a commotion nearby. It seems we have visitors. A lot of them, in fact. Well, for little old me, I'm honored. I can distract some of them. Sammy, tell us what to do. They're huddled together talking to a guy on the other side of the earpiece. I think they've probably forgotten I'm here. Only 3 cameras. Aren't you the self-proclaimed world's best hacker? Should I just leave? They can probably take care of themselves, right? And I don't think they'll factor my well-being into any escape plan. No, Thierry, you can't be seen here. Who knows what repercussions there'll be if they find out you were here when the prisoner broke out. Wanna lock me back up? It's a little late for that. I think I was just da-da-da-da-da-da. She's just like... I'll get their attention. You two sneak out the back while I'm doing that. I have the best disguise, and I'm the most dispensable one here. It's fine if I get caught. Ah, screw it. Excuse me. Yep, they definitely forgot I'm still here. Why did I have to open my big mouth and stick my big nose into their business? I might be able to help. You. Well, I did sneak in here. Still remember some of the layout, so maybe I can help figure out an escape route for you. The fake policeman dropped something into my hand. It's a small earpiece. Surprisingly lightweight. Even in my untrained eye, it looks well made. I was wondering, because he's like, Jem. Oh, wait, is the cop Jem? Is that I would, you know what, that would be amazing. Okay, I'm just saying, in my brain, and I wish I had said this out loud, I was trying to think like, okay, so Sammy's helping them, but like, how does Jem play into this? Right? And then it was like, well, but like, he's a cosplayer, and like, it said with makeup, he can like turn into anyone, and I was like, well, what if he makes disguises, like, for, like, Alexei and stuff like that. But I didn't think that he was already part of the gang. I was like, maybe we'll meet him and then that's how he gets to be part of the group. Not like right now, but is this him in the cop outfit? Because that's great. That's amazing. I love that. I hope that's it. A gem. It is! You and Alexei's safety comes first. We can deal with everything else later. Fine. I'm a little surprised he conceded so fast, but I'm not about to argue. I love the fact that, I mean, it's just the same cop sprite that they've used a million, but I love it still. You know what I mean? Because you didn't see that coming. Feeling rather like a spy, I quickly stick the earpiece into my left ear. Hello? So, what are you thinking? Can you tell me what you're working with? I can take control of 3 cameras and wipe their feeds. There are more than 3, though. What else? Oh. Terry cannot be spotted by any security camera or policeman. What a pampered little prince we have here. Are you sure you're not the one who were breaking out of prison? And be quiet. I mentally draw up an image based on the map of the prison I saw earlier. I should be able to guide them out of here okay. Gotta keep an eye out for the police, though. The real ones, at least. One more thing. They locked the main exit. You'll need to pick up the keys at the warden's office. It's just one thing after another today. I hope I don't, like, okay. They didn't give us, like, a map or anything in the last time for her to memorize, so it's not like I have to remember details. So I really hope I don't have to remember details. You know what I mean? Oh, I can go get the keys. I think I remember where the warden's office is. Let's split into 2 groups, then. Let's split into 2 groups, then. I'll go with her. A good idea. You sure you're okay with leaving a poor defenseless gem alone? I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you 2 arguing, honestly. He's the one with all the weapons anyway. Oh, I'm sorry if I scared you. These are all props, so you don't need to worry. He pulls out a baton and taps it against my hand. Feels like foam. You didn't need to tell her that. I couldn't tell at all. They look real professional. Thanks. He spent all night yesterday making them. Pretty sure he's been waiting for someone to compliment him. If you noticed, then you should have said something nice to me. Can we focus? Sorry, Sammy. If I remember correctly, there's an intersection up ahead. We can split up there. After some more chatter, we reach the intersection. Well, here's our stop. My heart's pounding with nervousness, but I can't deny there's some excitement in it, too. Leave it to us. We'll get the keys as fast as we can. Be careful, you 2. Got it. You guys be careful, too. Did you need something else? Oh, yeah, just one more thing. I tried to quickly figure out a path based on my earlier visualization. I can remember the layout of the place well, but it's a bit harder to connect the dots and visualize a way out, especially under time pressure. Are you setting me up? Because, like, the whole first thing in the time thing freaked me out a little. Don't make me do it again. Having him stare at me the whole time isn't helping much either. If there's a fork in the road, I'd recommend always prioritizing the left path. And now you tell me. Because that's like basically a slap in the face. Like, Spacey, you should have chosen to go left. The beginning. I don't know if they did that on purpose. Like, left was the right choice in the beginning. And then here they're like, always prioritize left. I'm confused as to why they were 2 different colors. Because I haven't played this. I never started the demo or anything before. So I was like, I think that threw me off too. It's a bit of a detour, but I think there's less of a chance you'll encounter policemen. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if he actually believes me, but I've done all that I can for now. Okay, thank you. Spacey? Sorry, I'm coming. Bye then, Your Highness. Sammy, keep an eye on them. You know what to do if she tries anything. Got it. I don't think you need to worry too much, though. Why do you say that? Dunno.
I know wishing. It's pretty rare for Sammy to vouch for someone he just met. Let's trust its judgment for now, yeah? I suppose. Would you like to play the following section in real-time or visual novel format? Keep in mind that you can switch from real-time to visual novel format at any time, but not the other way around. What's the difference? Oh, real-time is hard. Visual novel is oh, cool! I know it said you could do real-time, and I didn't know what they really meant by that. The visual novel version is easier, but does not contain some fluff dialogue, while the real-time version contains everything, but takes a while and is a lot more chaotic. Oh, here's what I hate. I hate hard things, because hard things scare me. I don't like hard things. Because, like, when I play games, I play them on dumbass mode. But real-time version contains everything, okay, but takes a while, I don't mind time, and is a lot more chaotic. Let's save in case we need to come back and change our decision, okay? But let's do the hard mode and see how difficult it is. Okay, because obviously easy, like you said, it's just going to be visual novel mode. Let's do real-time hard, but I'm assuming the easy... I'm going to guess maybe it's going to be like that first choice where it's like tick, 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 and you don't have a lot of time to decide. You're like, oh shit, you just got to remember, and you don't have time to like think about it or ponder. So, okay, we'll do hard. You've selected real-time. Are you sure? Yes. You won't be able to save for several minutes, so please do so now if you need to. I did, and hopefully by several minutes, they don't mean more than 15, because then we'll be over time, but that's okay. Let me explain how this works. Both groups will be moving at the same time. We'll provide support, but you'll be responsible for your individual actions. Keep in mind that this isn't real time. If you take too long to make decisions, there may be consequences. However, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you can press the pause button to catch your breath, or the restart button to start the section over. There's even a slow button if you can't keep up. Feel free to use it whenever you need to. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, that's me. Huh? What are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Now then, let's begin. Escape. Oh god, oh god, oh god, okay. Whistle. There's a camera up. Oh, there's a camera up ahead. Already? Okay. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. I can't do the voices and everything, so you guys are gonna have to read along, because that's the only problem with doing the real-time mode is the dialogues, and the voice, and like because it, like if there's two things going at the same time, I can't do that. So maybe we'll do slow. Slow. Anyway, please tell me that insufferable racket isn't coming. Oh god, no. Okay. Disable. 3 left. Disable. Camera's been disabled. 2 left. Okay. Oh, okay, wait. I can't. Okay, this is hard and it is chaotic. I don't love it. I want the fluff and stuff, but it's really hard when you're doing 2 things at the same time because I can't read both sides at the same time and know what's going on. So I don't love that. I kind of like, this is interesting. I'll give you that. Can we go back? Are you sure you want to restart? Yes. I want to restart because, okay, let me explain how this works. Both groups will be moving at the same time. We'll provide support. Okay, we already read that. It's just, there's one side talking and then this is over here and I can't read both at the same time and I'm going to miss stuff. You know? If you take too long, just consequences. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you can press the pause button to catch your breath or restart to start the section over. There's even a slow button if you can't keep up. Feel free to use it whenever you need to. Huh? What are you talking about? I want it to go slow. I want the fluff, but like, don't worry about it. But I want to be able to read both sides. But I can't, so you guys are going to have to pay attention now. Well then, let's begin. Okay. I think we should avoid the camera because we don't want to have to turn them all off. Escape. Okay. So I might just have to read it normal and not have voices because it takes me a hot second to get the voices in and my brain is now like, unpanic mode. Alexei's whistling. There's a camera up ahead. Okay, this is better on slow mode. Already? What do you want me to do? And please tell me that that insufferable racket isn't coming from you.
I think we're going to go around. We should just ignore it. Has anyone ever told you that you use those big words when you want to seem smart? Yes, you did just yesterday, in fact. Since we can only disable a limited number of security cameras, we should prioritize the ones Prince Thierry might need. Okay. You might encounter more security officers, though. I like the slow. Slow is a little too slow, but I want it to go back and forth. That's fine, we can handle it. But I don't, it's like when they have two conversations at the same time, it's freaking my brain out, so. With your phone baton. Okay, let's put it back on normal for a second. That's not the only thing I have. I have this foam taser here, too. Isn't that basically useless? It's just... Well, there's a fork in the road up ahead. Which way do you want to go? We said left. Isn't that supposed to be your job to tell us? So you said you look for lost animals a lot. Well, you know I'm a... Okay, hold on. I don't like the two conversations going at once. Well, you know I'm a digital-only connoisseur. Like, fuck! Ah! Ah! I don't like the two conversations at once. So, okay, replay. Yes. I know, I'm just gonna let it go. I don't like that there's two conversations going at once because I want to be able to read both, but it's not even just me trying to read it out loud for you. It's the fact that it goes too fast when there's two. I would prefer, like, okay, we're doing our conversation over here, they do their conversation, we go back and forth, that's fine. But it is too chaotic with, slow was a little too slow. I think it would be helpful to have a, where they're not doing the exact same two conversations at once, because you can't read them, but you're trying to read this line, but then this one goes over here, and it's like you need to be able to read both. And I can't read even on my own. I can't read two things of text at the exact same time. So, anyway, you did that just yesterday, in fact. Since we can only disable a limited number of security cameras, we should prioritize the ones Prince Thierry might need. Prince Thierry might need. Okay. You might encounter more security officers, though. And then he's going to read it. Okay, I can actually go a little bit. We can go normal speed through this. That's fine. We can handle it. Like, when they're doing 1-to-1, it's fine. It's when they're doing two at the exact same time. And you can't pause. Pause kind of takes you away. And I don't like that. I want to pause so I can read what I'm missing. You know what I mean? So. There's a fork in the road up ahead. Which way do you want to go? Isn't it supposed to be your job to tell us? So you said you look for lost animals a lot? As you know, I'm a digital-only connoisseur. They didn't upload the floor plans anywhere. I'm guessing the girl got her hands on a physical map. Yeah, I'm a detective, though I don't really get assigned to a lot of detective work. In fact, today was my first case. Yeah, slow works, but they need to go back and forth. Since our friend here is no help, want to just flip a coin? Oh, and that you stumble into such complicated situations. I'm sorry about that. Okay. I would rather just pick than leave it up to fate. It's okay. I feel like being in the situation's 99% my own fault anyway. At least they're going back and forth now, but it's still too much. The floor's yours, then. Yeah, this is chaotic. I'm not sure I love this. It's interesting, I'll give you that. We're gonna take a left. She said always prioritize left, so I remember that. This is very interesting, but, like, there's a fork in the road here. We should go straight. Okay. Are you sure? From what I remember, the warden's office should be to the left, right? Like, slow is a little too slow, but normal is, like, too chaotic when there's two going on. Insist on going straight. Listen to Jem and go left. Oh, fuck. Let's go left. Let's listen to him. We can go with your suggestion. You probably know better than me anyway. I don't know if that was a good choice. We did say prioritize left.
Hey, you! What are you two doing here?
Damn it. We should have listened to myself. Should have trusted her, even though she always said go left.
Oh, no, we went the wrong way. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't have, damn it! I trusted you! And he did say left, and she always said left. Nah, it's my fault. I should have been more decisive. Not wrong, absolutely.
Now I'll fix this, I promise. Stay behind me.
So, like, slow is too slow, but, like, anyway.
There's a police officer up ahead. I found this young lady. It seems like she was lost, so I wanted to escort her back to the entrance.
But if you have two, take a left. I'm so sorry! But when you have two conversations going at once, it gets way too chaotic on normal speed. But slow is almost too slow. I, like, totally didn't mean to. But I prefer slow when there's multiple. So you know how the latest social media trend is to take selfies in dark areas? Yeah, well, I totally thought the post said jail. Question marks over here. It seemed kind of sketchy, but, you know, the views are important, so here I am. Anyway, I just checked and I actually totally misread it. Can you believe that? I'm so sorry. It was just a silly little mistake. I mean, I could follow you back to the police station as an apology, but... Hey, I know. Want to go into the picture before we go? Want to get in on the picture before we go. And the policeman's like, this is a good fun. This is actually cute, though. I'm glad we went the wrong way. It's funny. He's still... Alexei looks like he's involved with this conversation.
No, just take her and go.
Or just take her and go.
Yeah, of course.
On slow, it's a little bit easier, but when you have two conversations going, it's a little complicated. I do kind of wish they would just go kind of back and forth instead of two at the same time, because I do think that but they're not. They told you it was chaotic, and it's definitely chaotic. But can we pretend that never happened?
Why? That was pretty good, girlie.
Oh, it's true. They're listening into us on the earpiece. We all shared earpieces. Okay, you heard it too. That's why his face looks shocked. I forgot. Oh my god.
I opened the comms just for that. Couldn't let your award-winning performance go to waste.
I just copied what one of my coworkers sounds like. I don't know if I should be happy or not that it was so effective. This might be a little long of a part because we replayed it a couple times.
Uh-huh.
I swear I don't normally talk like that. I guess that's what they mean by real time, because it's like, it just goes, it's like auto. I don't necessarily know if I want to be able to click and like do whatever, but, so we'll have to see.
Looks like there's another security camera. Shall I disable it?
I don't know. Let's go around. Let's go around instead.
Security camera up ahead. I'll go ahead and disable it.
Yeah. Like you said, we got to make sure Thierry doesn't get on any of the security cameras so we can go around.
And here's the office.
Oh, thank God.
Let's find the key quick and...
Oh. Uh-oh, what? Uh-oh, what? Uh-oh, what? What? It's not there?
There's a key with a post-note labeled main key pointed toward it.
The post-it note labeled main key pointed toward it. Okay, I think I read that right. Very advanced security system.
Post-it note. Sometimes you forget where you put things.
But taping the key to the window where everyone can see it and labeling it seems like a bit of an overkill. Also seems suspicious, but...
Well, you won't find me complaining. Okay, let's go meet up with the other two now.
Okay, if this is the way, if they just do little segments like this, I don't mind it now that I've gotten it down, like,
hey, there's the exit.
But it does get, like, you have to play it on slow because too many conversations.
We've done our part. Let's wait for them. We found the keys already.
Like, I think I get just too anxious with two conversations going back and forth. My brain can't process.
Yeah? Awesome. So, like, back and forth, one to the other, like, that was taped to the window for the whole world to see. I'm gonna go back to normal. What sad state of affairs for Solari's... Oh, shit. This esteem something or other. Perhaps I should cut their budget until they... Wow, okay. Something. Doesn't help out too much, though. Be harder for me to escape next time. Okay, but basically, sad state of affairs. I'd appreciate it if you didn't start planning your next jailbreak. I'm already regretting this one. That's the only thing, too, is, like, by the time you get to it goes too fast. I think it goes too fast even on slow. Because those... I mean, I clicked off slow, and then I was like, Jesus. Huh, there they are. Slow feels like this, you're like, okay, I could read that over 6 times, but then the lines... Sorry we took so long. But then their lines, I was like, I can't even finish reading them. Glad you're still on this earth, buddy. Weren't sure if you were gonna make it. Like, I took it off slow for like a hot second and I missed 2 lines. Thank you? So... Okay, I have the keys here. Let me unlock the door. It's a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. I don't... Okay, hold on. Let's see. Complete! I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's just, for me personally, like, I like the little fluff segments. I like that. It's very, for me, like... nerve-wracking to try to read 2 things back and forth. I don't know how it would be if you were just kind of like reading in your head and not trying to read out loud. Because like reading in your head, you read a lot faster than you do out loud. You know what I mean? Like reading back and forth. I don't know actually. Can you, in that section, no evidence has been collected. Can you see the log for this? That's the only thing too. So I think that would be nice if you could pause that type of real-time section and be able to read like and see a log. You know what I mean? Because it goes like, I think slow is okay. It's a little almost too slow. Like I'll read a line and then I'm like, okay. But without having slow on, then this line's going and then that goes and this goes. And then you're like, wait. And before you know it, you've missed like 32 lines and it gets, for me, a little too like, it gives me anxiety. Like, no, I missed too much stuff. And then there's no way to like just go back a couple lines. You have to replay the whole damn thing. So we missed a couple of lines and there's no way to really, aside from like me, okay, let me go back to the record. And I could go back and read them in the recording, but like I can't for you pause and go, oh wait, let me just read those that I missed. Because like pause just totally puts a pause thing and doesn't pause on the screen. It's like, nope, takes you out of the minigame. And you're like, okay, you know, but I like the concept. I just think going back and forth and having 2 conversations going at once is a little too stressful for me, personally. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much because it's real time, it's like on auto, but it goes too fast and slow. I mean, I guess slow's the best option. I personally think slow seems too slow sometimes. But, like, the normal is just, like, 2 conversations. Everything's gone before you know it, and there's no way to backtrack. I think having a way to be able to see a log, like, even if you have to click pause, and then you can go see the log and go, oh, okay, this is what I missed on that conversation. I feel like that might be very hard to code, considering the fact it's not like I'm clicking through and you're registering every line that goes. You're doing 2 things at once, so I don't know how easy that would be to code on that and get it to register in a log. But I think that would almost be better, because then at least if you missed a line, you could pause, go back and read what they're saying, because having it real time while the concept, I like that. I mean, I like that. And I like it gives you the choice. Like, did you want to do it in real time? Because they weren't lying when they said chaotic. Okay. And I like the fact that then you're like, oh, shit, choice. And the choice, it's ticking down in a timer and you have to make a decision. I like that, you know, because that's what you opt for when you're doing real time. I think personally for me, like, oh my God, there's too much shit. Like, too many conversations going on at once and I can't bounce back and forth. So,
And I think it's because like I'm playing this and I'm trying to read the lines out loud to you. If I weren't trying to read the lines and like put a voice to it and I was just reading it in my head, like I might be able to do it a lot better. So I think it might work for somebody who's just sitting there chilling on your couch and you're like reading back and forth and you're bouncing back and forth and you get the lines and you're like, okay, cool. You know, I definitely think like a log would help on that. Or being able to skip back a couple of seconds or something, being able to skip back 10 seconds or 30 seconds or something instead of restarting the whole thing. Like at the very end, we lost a couple lines there because I was like, I think we can go back to normal speed. And I was like, fuck no, I didn't, halfway through the sentence before they moved on to the next line, it moved way too fast. Didn't give me time to process. So being able to like, wait, skip back the last 30 seconds and go back or whatever, instead of replaying the whole thing. But again, those could be things that are very complicated to code. So, but at least you know what you're getting into and you can make a save and you can always experience it and do it. And I think doing it on slow kind of worked. So, but it just gave me a little bit of anxiety. Like, trying to read two different things. I think once I got the hang of it, it was better. But I definitely think going on slow was a little bit easier to read. And that could just be me it could be like, it could just be me personally. Like, I don't know. Do I have like ADHD where I can't focus on two different things going on at once and like my brain short circuits? It's possible. I don't know. I've never been tested. Okay. Like, so, I would be interested to go back and kind of do that in visual novel and see what you miss. I'm assuming you miss some of the little things and probably the conversation, maybe, you know, maybe you could miss the little fluff piece if we go the wrong way or whatever. So, maybe we'll do that when we start the next part, because now we're at time, so I'm going to stop here. Maybe we'll go back and also do the visual novel version now that we've tried the real-time version and see what happens in the next part and see kind of what you miss out on, what the little bit of difference is. You know what I mean? So, but I will see you guys next time. I'm going to go take a nap because, like, I don't think my heart can take it. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.